The difference between pain and suffering. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is not. This is one of the most misunderstood ideas in Stoic philosophy, and also one of the most liberating. We tend to use the words pain and suffering as if they meant the same thing, but they do not. Pain is what happens to you. Suffering is what you do with what happened. Pain is a sensation. Suffering is a story. Pain belongs to the body. Suffering belongs to the mind. Pain is a fact. Suffering is an interpretation. And this difference changes everything. You can feel pain and not suffer. And you can suffer even when nothing painful is happening. You can lose someone and feel grief, sadness, emptiness. That is pain. But when the mind starts saying, "This should not have happened. I will never recover from this. My life is ruined now," that is suffering, not because the loss is not real, but because the mind is adding a second layer to reality, a layer made of resistance. The Stoics never denied pain. They never preached emotional numbness. They never said that a wise person feels nothing. What they questioned was something else. They questioned the idea that pain must automatically become suffering. They questioned the habit of turning every experience into a personal tragedy, every obstacle into an injustice, every loss into a verdict about life. Pain is part of being alive. Suffering is part of how we interpret being alive. Pain is natural. Suffering is optional. Not optional in the sense that it disappears instantly, but optional in the sense that it is not imposed by reality itself. It is imposed by our relationship with reality. Most of our suffering does not come from what happens. It comes from what we expect should have happened instead, from the gap between reality and imagination, from the refusal to accept what already is, from the mental fight with facts. This is why two people can live the same event and experience completely different levels of suffering. One feels pain, the other feels pain and adds despair, resentment, self-pity, fear. The event is the same. The story is different. The Stoic path is not about eliminating pain. It is about reducing unnecessary suffering, not by suppressing emotions, but by observing them, not by denying reality, but by seeing it clearly, not by becoming cold, but by becoming honest. Honest about what is happening, and honest about what is being imagined. When something painful happens, the first reaction is physical or emotional. That is natural. But the second reaction is mental, and that is where suffering is born. In the judgments, in the labels, in the internal dialogue, in the silent sentences we repeat to ourselves. The Stoic question is always the same. What part of this is real, and what part is my interpretation? What is actually happening, and what am I telling myself about it? Pain says, "This hurts." Suffering says, "This should not exist. This should not be happening to me. This is unbearable. This will never end." Pain speaks in sensations. Suffering speaks in conclusions. And the paradox is this: the more we try to escape pain, the more suffering we create. The more we resist what is, the more intense the experience becomes. The more we demand that reality be different, the more violent the internal conflict grows. Acceptance does not remove pain, but it removes the war around it. It removes the extra layer of mental violence, the constant "why me?" the endless comparison with an imaginary version of life. Acceptance does not mean liking what happens. It means stopping the fight with what already happened. The Stoics did not seek a painless life. They sought a life without unnecessary suffering, a life where pain could exist but not dominate, where loss could be felt but not turn into bitterness, where difficulty could be faced without becoming identity. Pain is part of the human condition. Suffering is part of the human narrative. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is negotiable, not with force, not with denial, but with awareness. When you learn to separate pain from suffering, you do not become indifferent. You become free, free to feel without being consumed, free to experience without collapsing, free to live without constantly fighting life. Pain will visit you many times. That is guaranteed. Suffering will only stay as long as you keep inviting it. Quiet discipline. Pain is what happens. Suffering is what you add. Master what you add, and you master the only thing that was ever yours.